Where's Crazy D at? Where you at, Crazy D? Let me talk to you, D. Where you at? Crazy D on here, ain't he?
Yeah, he's in Crazy D's in the building.
Where you at, Crazy D? Are you supporting this? I just want to know, are you supporting this, Crazy D? Do you not know we need?
You're gonna
Can't
have
hear you, bro.
you're gonna have to go on mute because your sound cuts me out. So you're gonna have to go on mute for a minute for me to answer the question. All right. Do I support this? Do I support what Stereo is doing? Stereo is killing you. He's murdering you, and you don't seem to hear it. I mean, you don't seem to hear it. You don't seem to understand it. The circular fallacy arguments that go on. That's why I like Chill's format, because this Friday, because it's 5 minutes and 3 minutes, it's not going to be, and then the rapid fire. It's not going to be time for those circular fallacy arguments, those straw man arguments, that slippery slope that you use. It's not going to be. You're not going to be able to use it. This is my thing. You got to stay on mute for a minute. I know you want to respond, but you got to stay on
No, I
mute.
just want to have a conversation with you, though.
Wait. Cut.
That's all. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I just want to let you know I want to have an intelligent conversation.
Okay, right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, it's something that Stereo keeps on saying. It keeps on telling you that you're not catching. And when a person is speaking, and then you always got to jump in. You got to jump in. You got to jump in. That's not good, especially when Chill has set up that everyone talks and he has to keep bringing the Ice Cube sign up. That's not good. That's one. I have a question for you, because you were talking about, see, I was editing a piece, so that's why I didn't come in automatically, but I was listening. But I have things to do, right? So I was editing, so I can't, but I was listening. I have a question. You were talking about Nick Cannon. Let's say, because arguably, I'm going to tell you what it is. Do you have the book, Chill? Do you have that book? Can you put it up real quick? Can you put it up? It's positive. I'm not doing nothing negative.
Which book? Which book?
The Mossy book.
Of course I got it. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah. Get the Mossy book for a minute. I'm going to say what I need to say about it, right? Okay. So this is the Mossy book. Black and white, beautifully laid out. You have T-shirts and all that for it. It's a great, beautiful product, right? So I have a couple of questions about it, but the main thing is, once this begins to, because arguably I know that it's going to pop. I'm going to say that already. It's going to pop, and I'm not exactly sure, but I remember from the first time that we ever met, when we were on Chill's platform, and you were talking about it. It seems like it's African, I'll use that term, African upliftment, global African upliftment, how people can work together and do all this, and it's different part, and each author has a different subset or topic that he is focusing on in the book, right? Now, if this book gets to Nick Cannon status, I have a question for you. Are you willing to go to prison for what you wrote in the book?
What? What are you talking about, man? Come on, man.
Okay.
Go to prison.
No.
What kind of question is that, D?
Okay, no, I'm trying to find out to help you out, D. Are you talking to Sean, or are you talking to
I'm talking to Sean is the main. Unc only put a preface in, if I remember. Put a forward in, excuse me. He put a forward in, and so he put a forward in, so I understand that. But this,
so you were asking Sean?
Right, I'm asking both, because he's involved.
Both of them.
Oh wait, you back on mute, because they're not going to be able to cut me if you're not on mute. Can you go back on mute? Let me finish. Now, the question is, because I don't think that people really think out what they're really doing.
So you don't really thought I heard the question, yo? And I got to hear you explain the question again. You made the question real clear, do you?
It's my
Come
time.
on, man.
It's my time. You said what?
I didn't want to have time. I said, let's have a conversation.
Right, but I asked the question, so let me say what. Let me clarify. People seem to not understand what kind of system we're in. If you are in a system where if you're producing a product that's about the upliftment of black people and you're in a global wide system of white supremacy that's about the destruction of black people, do you not realize? So I'm going to ask the question again. When this pops like Nick Cannon, are you willing to go to prison for what you wrote in the book?
They're not going to send you to prison for writing a daggone book. Give me that example of when you go to prison for that.
You're wrong. Okay. The second question, since you haven't really checked out American Black history,
And Sean has his hand up after that, so he's
right.
But ask him the second question.
Mute, back on mute.
And yeah, could you put your mic on mute until he asks you the next question?
Since people don't seem to know, are you willing? Do you realize or do you know that if you pop, you will be neutralized for what you wrote in the book? That's why I'm asking you, are you willing to go to prison for what you wrote in the book? Because it seems like people haven't read our story in America. We're all over here. That's cool. We're all over there in Africa, but right here, they can get you on the most minuscule thing. What did they get Marcus Garvey on? They didn't get him on the message that he said. They got him on mail fraud, right? So I'm asking you again because I don't think that people realize when they're writing self-help books, advancement of black people, and we are in a system of white supremacy, which is about the destruction of black people. Are you willing to go to prison, or do you realize that you will be neutralized like they're doing Nick Cannon if this book pops? So are you willing to go to prison for what you wrote in the book? And do you realize that you will be neutralized?
All right, now you asked the question.
Hey, let me deal with it.
Sean has his hand up.
All right, let me deal with it. Henry Louis Gates, he go to prison. Amos Wilson, did he go to prison? Self-help book. Carter G. Woodson, did he go to prison? Self-help book. Hakeem Bouti, did he go to prison?
They don't get it.
Chancellor Williams, did he go to prison? I'm using your logic. I'm going directly for your judgment.
Hold on one second. Now, wait a minute. Crazy D. Now, okay, he muted his mic. Okay, we good because he was coming up. Go ahead, keep rocking.
John G. Jackson, did he go to prison? We're talking about evolving work, the inspiration of black people. Dr. Ben, did he go to prison? Jacob Carruthers, did he go to prison? Malife Kite Ashante is in a university writing powerful books to inspire and uplift black people. Did he go to prison? Still writing books. Our man, W.B. Du Bois, did he go to prison? Russell Rickford, who wrote this book, did he go to prison? Did John Henry Clark go to prison? Was he a target? No. Your logic is flawed.
Crazy D. Rock.
Okay, I didn't ask Sean about Nick Cannon. That's a discussion from maybe 35 minutes ago. I said, if you pop like Nick Cannon. See, I was giving you a compliment about your book, about the t-shirt and the book. I was giving a compliment. I said, when you pop like that, would you expect that? Well, let's look at it. Let's look. From what I can understand about those different books and people who died broke, they didn't pop like Nick Cannon. So of course they weren't being listened to like Nick Cannon or being read like Nick Cannon. So they wouldn't come on the radar. So let's expand a little bit. Let's expand out a little bit. Let's extrapolate out and let's look at history. Let's look at W.E.B. Du Bois, because I kind of see you guys as like what W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois went out to destroy all of the ethos of black, of American, but I call them American black people. He went out to destroy the whole ethos of American black people through this talented tenth. He said, if we were blessed, if we're the talented tenth that could be educated. And then he said that there was a certain group of people that would be a scourge on black people. Now I'm talking connotative. You can go back and research and get the denotative or the denote of it. I'm talking about the connote of it, right? And so W.E.B. Du Bois went off and did that. So he went after Booker T and he went after Marcus Garvey. He would write things about Marcus Garvey in his newspaper, right? Thank you for that. I read all that. I have a lot of Dewey Decimal System under my belt, you know, back in the night. So I just want you to know that. So I'm coming off of true intellect, being able to total recall. So I want that to be clear. Intellect is not having to necessarily have the information in front of you, but when you say it, people go research it. We've talked about this before. You say it, then they research and you say, oh, that's true because he said it connotative. Then I go to the book and get the denotative. That's good you get denotative, that's fine. I'm connotative, dude, because I got to get to the people quickly with what I'm saying. Now, he went off and he went to destroying all of the ethos. He went after Booker T. Now, when I'm talking about being neutralized, if you get to a point where you are a Nick Cannon or you're Malcolm X or you're a Martin Luther King, you will be neutralized just by history, just by the history in this country, you will be neutralized. And what do I mean by that? Take Booker T. Washington. Booker T. Washington was sitting up and he was having dinner. He was supposed to meet with two liberal whites. And he had his people, but sitting across the table from him was W.E.B. Du Bois. He gets sick at the dinner table. They take him to the hospital. He discovers that he's dying. He calls his wife to try to get him back to Tuskegee because that's where the plants are. He gets there. He dies on the train before it leaves the train station. Okay, so what I'm saying is, when I read the thing about disingenuous, first of all, what you said there, that wouldn't be disingenuous because I was asking questions. So I don't know how that would be disingenuous, but I've worked 30 plus years to make my name what it is. I have no time to be disingenuous. So this is your opportunity. D is disingenuous. He can poker face all he wants. He's next. That sounds like a threat. And extrapolating out history and how black people, how W.E.B. Du Bois couldn't stand Booker T. He couldn't stand Marcus Garvey.
Don't stop at that comment. Continue further.
Wait, see, you're coming in, you're interrupting.
We need context.
No. I'm look, man. I'm telling you what it is because you got the book over there, and I'm sure you've read up on Marcus Garvey and how W.E.B. Du Bois would write, and then Marcus Garvey would respond. He was a great orator, but he didn't understand libel and slander. You coming in and saying your person before said Crazy D likes to stir the pot. That's cool. He said D is disingenuous. That is libel. You just said it on the platform here, and that's slander. So now, I give you an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to apologize because all we have is our name. And this is very serious. This is very serious, Sean. I am not, when I'm
D, I mean, Crazy D. D.
Wait, chill. Let me.
No. I'm first of all, I just want to let everybody know that I'm gonna let you finish saying what you were saying, and I'm gonna let Sean respond. But I need for us to roll it back because this is not what I intend, and I'm not saying what you are saying in particular, D. I'm just saying that what I need for the whole tone of where we're headed, which is why I said, you know, we're gonna now stick to the debate, vaccine, what side you're on. Certainly, if somebody said something to you personally, and I understand very well, you're saying that it was done on this platform. So, but I'm gonna let Sean answer to that. But but I do hope that everybody knows that, and I'm speaking for anybody that's on my platform right now. I would not have anybody on here knowingly that was making a threat. And I usually not speak for anybody, but and I don't care if it was Sean speaking to you or you speaking to Sean or Stereo speaking to Unc or whoever. I am gonna say that I know I don't have anybody on here making those type of real life threats. Now we may be making academic or scholarship threats. I read what it said. I read what it said, D. What I'm saying is, and I'm gonna let him speak and I'm gonna let him answer your question. But I am speaking, which I normally try not to do, because I don't want us to get back to this again on this platform. Is that I know I don't have anybody making real threats. They make academic threats or scholarship threats about somebody's information, their time coming to have to address some information given. I don't want us to even go down that lane. But as far as him slandering your name, I'm gonna let him answer for that.
Let me finish.
And I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just saying we're gonna slow this tone down.
Yeah.
Because this is not that other thing. So we're not doing that on here. I need us to slow it down and deal with each other in a combative, scholarly way. Because y'all know I don't want this to be that other thing. So, and we're not gonna make it that other thing my very, very first time out. So, all right, finish up, D. Sean, respond. Unc is gonna be back on you. Stereo has his hand up, and then we gonna let the brother Bear Facts go ahead. But we gotta roll this one back, or we gotta get to an ending that we don't need to get to on this platform. Because I hate for the people to see the show end when it shouldn't be ending right now. But I will definitely do that because I'm not doing that other thing. Go ahead, D.
Okay, so look, dude says Crazy D likes to stir the pot. Then he comes in and says D is disingenuous. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm asking questions to the guy, getting knowledge, and then he comes back and he says D is disingenuous. He can poker face all he want. He next. He got to answer questions about a lot of the information after we deal with Stereo. Okay, so look. Just extrapolating out and looking at the history of American Black people in this country, disagreements between people, and all I'm doing is asking questions. I'm asking questions, right, to get knowledge. I genuinely like the cover of the book. I genuinely like the t-shirt and all that, so I'm asking questions. Now, if I happen to ask a question that I happen to know the answer to, because most people will answer that way, I'm hoping that the people who are supposed to be scholars, will answer it different than what I suppose they will answer it. And I will say, I will be pleasantly surprised, and it will push out information to the people. That is my purpose. But we get here and it's a lot of talk that's not necessary. So this is my chance. This is the opportunity for you to apologize, because right here on this page, and I got it, this is libel. Because I build my name. Anytime people come on the platform, when Chill has people on the platform and they know me from back in the Cleveland days, and people here in Las Vegas know that Crazy D is a straight shooter Word is bond. I ain't got no time for no BS. So I built my name, Crazy D, and no one is going to come on a platform for whatever reason. I don't know what reason it could be. No one's going to come on a platform and libel me in writing, say it twice, and then slander me right here on the platform when I'm standing here. So this is your opportunity to say, you know, D, I didn't know that was that serious.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
All right, first of all, I said that you're disingenuous because I know that you're studied. And I say that you're disingenuous because of the facts, the evidence. If you're able to honestly critique the information that you're reading, reviewing, and you're looking at it, and then you say some of the things that you posture in the chats on other streams, and when you ask certain particular questions. So I am strictly saying it on the basis of scholarship. So I ain't slandering you and I'm not apologizing. I am sticking to my premise. So when I said what I said, I wasn't threatening you. I was specifically speaking scholastically on that level, because behind what I said, brother, I said after we address brother stereo. That's all I said. I wasn't coming for you. I was simply addressing the information. I wasn't tarnishing your name, and I'm not apologizing. I know that you are studied, Crazy D. That's what I know.
Is that time?
Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. As long as we have a clear understanding of what's going on.
All right, we could have got to that clear understanding with that man giving you the answer to the question.
Yeah, he gave me a clear understanding of what he was saying. But my last thing on this.
Okay, bro, we let's make this quick.
We make it quick, and we can move on from this. But if a person is asking a question, and it's an educated question, then they're trying to get the information disseminated for the person. That's all. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for my people. I'm not here for anything else. I'm not here for the debate. I'm not here for the ad hominem attacks. I'm not here for the slippery slope. I'm not here for none of that. I'm here for my people to disseminate information, and that's it. And so thank you for clarifying what you meant by disingenuous, because, you know, I built my name too hard for somebody to be talking shit.
Oh, it's on you, bro.
I think I just probably ended up in an alternative universe some damn where. I don't know how we got here, because I asked Crazy D a simple question that he never answered. He never answered the damn question. The question was simple. Why is it that you agree? No one talked about Nick Cannon's being a good or bad person. We said the information he's spewing is a bunch of bullshit. That's what we saying. Crazy D, you spewing a bunch of bullshit right now. And you agree with a bunch of bullshit. You killing your own name with that. Because when they write history, they're going to say, Crazy D was good in a lot of areas, but when it came to medical science, he was kicking that bullshit. You doing that to yourself, Crazy D. I'm not doing it. You're supposed to be well studied. It take you 5 minutes to read and realize what vaccines can and cannot do. 5 minutes, but you rather listen to a bunch of malarkey and then come in like somebody mess up your name. Man, we misinformation. So, right, I'm that guy that's gonna call y'all for your corny shit. Now you might have been 100 right up until the vaccine, and then you fell off. So Crazy D, you might have been 100, you that dude, but when it comes to vaccines, you're killing your name right now. Because no professional person that got some sense is listening to Donald Trump. You damn near on Trump's side. It's crazy. Stereo is crazy as hell. His homeboy with the mask is crazy as hell. And I ain't seen the sister yet, but I don't surmise she gonna have some fun. I ain't gonna call her crazy as hell, because then y'all get mad, act like I slandered the sister and all that. When I say y'all crazy as hell, I don't mean in a derogatory, negative, way. Like we say, yo, crazy. We don't mean that you're literally crazy. Now I gotta start defining terms, because now all of a sudden I don't want to I don't want to slander somebody's name, but it sounds like everybody, man.
All right, somebody. Okay, Unc, you gotta go ahead.
Yeah, mute that walkie-talkie, man. I want to start off by saying this. What Unc just did was, come here, girl. Come here with your fine self. And when she ignored him, he said he called all kind of bees and you this and that. Now let me tell you, let me explain that terminology. See, my man D was his man because he asked D, I know you ain't with that. That was his man until D told him the truth. See, this was a great example of what truth does to people. See, he expected D to be like, oh yeah, stereo crazy, you right. But when D flipped it, like he's killing you guys, then his whole vernacular and taste changed. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens when we step to the plate. We ain't got to insult you, my man. We just know what we standing on. And at the end of the day, you sound mad to me. I ain't mad. He sound mad when he's speaking. Why? Because at the end of the day, my man, you know, I believe in the creator and the creation of this world, man. And it's an ecosystem. And the ecosystem is a balanced system. And when things get out in the world that's really not right, the universe has a way of taming it, smacking it, and humbling it, and putting it back and making it humble. And in this platform, this is what's happening. I didn't have to say too much. My man said put some respect on his name. That's what he meant, period. So at the end of the day, he wouldn't have had to display that if it was some respect not put on his name. So there you go. You got yin and yang. So at the end of the day, the whole overall picture is this. Nothing was said until D made his statement. Now here come Sean, and he wasn't even saying nothing, Sean. He's emotional. This is what I'm saying. And I've said time and time again, check your emotions, my man. It's an easy way to get knocked off your platform. Both of y'all. You cannot speak unless somebody say something and y'all shoot all the shots in the world and we just sit back and let y'all talk. But the minute we say something that you think is a shot or you don't like, you like a kid. You can't wait to jump in. I enjoy that and I think it's great. That's why the timing thing is great. You're going to violate some of the rules. I see it coming. I'm predicting that.
The real Crazy D. Talk to me, bro.
Great show as usual, Chill. The instructional video over there on on YouTube, groundbreaking as far as doing debating with conscious, medical, whatever you want to call it. Groundbreaking. It's going to revolutionize this debating thing. That's one thing I want to say. And we got some clarity and some understanding, middle standing, and overstanding about situations. And so it's very clear. I requested, and I request all the time, I'm just asking questions to get clarity, to get information. No need to have my name in anybody's mouth. And so that's all I request. I requested that 3 weeks ago, and so here we are. But it's been squashed. It's been settled. It wasn't meant that way. It was meant that I had intellect and I was whatever. But however. But we have some understanding, middle standing, and overstanding of it, and we have clarity on where everyone stands. And so, as usual, another great show, Chill, and that's it.
All right, my man, Crazy D.